So the most important skill that one should have is writing. And when I say writing, it like sometimes if you are fresh out of your law school, so what happens with them is that they are good at writing what we can broadly say as academic writing, legal research papers, and that's a very important skill one should have. But when it comes to legal writing and legal journalism, the principal thing is that you should write, and you should be able to write things that a common man understands. So the purpose of legal journalism is that you have to simplify things that are very complicated in nature. Otherwise, say, like if there is a 20-page judgment, everyone can read that. But why won't people read that? Because they don't understand it, or they don't have the time to do that. So the thing is that you have to explain it to them, and that can be only achieved if you are good in writing. So writing is the most important and the primary skill that one should have first. And equally important is, because this is legal journalism, you should have understanding of reading judgments. You should have understanding of interpreting laws, because see, there are and again, in legal journalism there are just court reporters who report on day in day out on courts, and there are reporters like me who write on both court matters as well as non-court matters. So for people who have a wider gamut of or a wider area that you have to cover, you also need to understand laws, and for that you have to read. So one must read a judgment. One should have the understanding of reading a judgment and interpreting it, so that and it's not rocket science or something. If one is good and one is sincere, then I think it will be very easy for him. And when I come to say writing skills, see, there are certain standards that different media organizations follow. Each one has their own style. Like no two persons can write even a small instance or a small incident in a very similar manner. Everyone has his own style of writing. Everyone has his own things that he will concentrate on. So, and everyone is good at that. Everyone has his own point of view towards a particular thing. The main important thing in legal writing is, what I'll say is that you should be able to have an understanding how to provide a proper flow to your story. Like your story should start, it should come to a height, and then it should conclude. So there should be a proper flow to the story, and this all you achieve over a period of time. It's not like you join and in the first month itself your story will be good. Sometimes even when I write something, when I write an article, and when it gets published, and the second day when I read it, I can think of it in a better way. So there is no perfect story as such. You can always better yourself. So I'll say broadly two important skills that a person aspiring to be a legal journalist should have is that legal writing and understanding. And for that, reading is very important. One cannot be lazy. The more you read, the more easy it becomes for you. And when I'm saying reading, it's not just court related material. You can read articles on what other journalists write, because if you read columns in newspapers, and if you read long form articles, there you can see, because what people generally tell in journalism is that attention span of people is not more than 1 minute when you read on a mobile device. So if you want to retain a reader's attention, you should be able to write in such a fluid manner that the person is tempted to scroll down more than 2 or 3 times, so that he reads your entire story. And just to make that story, you can spend like a long time in just writing a 5-minute story. So that's how it goes. So you have to write, read, and then combine it into the best form. So that's the only thing.